Welcome to the solution for the Hanayama cylinder puzzle. It looks kind of like a cylinder. The key for solving this is to find one specific piece, and of course, as always, we're going to name him Jim. So there are two moving parts on this puzzle. You can see right here, this ring or the top ring, bottom and top rings. That's it. That's all you can really move at first. And your goal is there is actually a lip inside of these that goes around about 2/3 and is open for 1/3. And your job, without being able to see inside, is to line those up. And then pieces will start falling down. So the way I do it, one way is to use gravity, kind of hold it up by the top, and then twist it around until it catches. Oh, you can see when it catches because it'll do what you just saw there. It'll start actually spinning that piece a little bit there. And when that happens, now I can spin the top one here and try to find, see how that one's kind of moving? There. See that? So when I spun it just a little bit more, you notice that this lined up and that piece was able to fall down. When I have it like that, I want to line up these grooves, and from now on I'm going to hold this puzzle just like that and not let these rings move, because that means that the lips inside are lined up. Now the goal, the major goal here, is to try and find which piece falls down and can turn inside there. So I'm going to try. Oh my goodness, that was super lucky that my first time doing it I found the one that turned. Normally you won't do that. Normally, here, let's pick another one. Normally when you find one, you'll try and turn it and it won't work. Okay, notice how it's not turning. Or you find this one here and it won't turn. If you go all the way around one side and none of them are working, flip it over and try the other side. And again, we know this one's not going to work on this side because we already have the solution. And we know it's on the other side. Okay? But it might take you 6 tries to go around before you find Jim. And again, Jim, the way you know you found Jim is when it falls down like that, unlike that silly piece and the other one, you'll be able to turn it when that piece is down. See that? Once you've found that piece, you are now very close to finding the solution. So you're going to twist around until a second piece falls down. One of two things will happen. Either it will fall down just one notch like this, or sometimes it will fall down. Let's try this one and see. Sometimes it'll fall down 2 notches. And if that's the case, you're actually at the final step. But we didn't fall down 2 notches. So when it falls down, what I'm going to do is put my thumbs here and here so that I know I can bring it back to that original position. But I'm going to twist the bottom ring a little bit. And when I twist it a little bit, if that's the right piece, it will fall down. It's not the right piece. So I'm going to, whoops, go back to the other piece and try that again. Again, grabbing here and here. Okay. See that? So I turned it just a little bit and you saw that it fell down. Now it's in 3 levels. There, there, and there. Again, this is Jim. That's our key piece here to the solution. This one here is one of the silly unimportant pieces. Now when that piece drops, you'll notice it dropped below a level so that now this one can kind of slide over top of it. You can see that there. Okay, that one slides over top of it. And when I move Jim over, this bottom piece here is going to actually fall out the bottom. Now I can move the other pieces. And notice this is, I haven't moved this since that other piece fell. Now I can pull these ones out and you'll see that those lips inside there were lined up perfectly so that they could all fall out. So that is how you take apart the Hanayama cylinder puzzle. The Hanayama cylinder puzzle is kind of tough to put back together. In fact, when I first got this puzzle, I took it apart pretty easily, and then I had it in my pocket and it was jingling around making funny noises. And fortunately for me, I didn't go anywhere important and didn't end up getting mugged because people thought maybe I had gold coins in my pocket or something. I'm not sure. So there's 5 basic pieces here, the 2 rings and then these 3. Jim is our unique piece. Jim is the piece that is the solution to everything, and you'll see that Jim has extra kind of divots there up the top. These ones here, not so helpful. The rings are great because they're actually tapered on these edges here so that we won't line them up the wrong way. They're kind of foolproof that way. They'll fall together like that. And on the inside you have that lip. See the lip right there? What you're going to do is take the rings and line those lips up. Okay, come on, focus on me. There you go. So you're going to actually line them up so that they're not offset like this, but they're actually lined up. There you go. And now we're ready to start putting it back together. So I have those lined up. I'm going to take Jim, my awesome solution here, and another way to tell if it's Jim or not is that Jim does not have any name posted on his piece. These 2 do. They have, this one says Cylinder, and this one has Hanayama kind of stamped into its name. So anyway, I'm going to take Jim, and I'm going to put Jim so that his head is popping up a bit. You see that? I'm not putting him level to the top here. I'm going to put him so that his head's popping up just a little bit. Then I'm going to take one of these 2 pieces. Does not matter which one, because they're the unimportant pieces. They are not the Jim of this puzzle. I'm going to slide that up in here as far as it'll go, and then twist it sideways underneath Jim. There, so it's up inside there, and I twist it sideways. I take my final piece here, and that's going to go up in the bottom again and twist until it also slides up. Now I'm at this point. Now you might remember this point from the solution earlier. This is when we can now start turning Jim and the other piece around, kind of move everything. When you move those in place, this final piece slides up, and then we can just twist it a little bit more until Jim falls into place, and then we spin them around and they are ready to go. So that is the full solution for taking it apart and putting it back together with the Hanayama Cylinder puzzle. If you found that helpful, you can subscribe, and you will see puzzles every week posted with full solutions and fully solutions of how to take it apart and put it back together. Hope that was helpful for you. Have a wonderful day.